Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 11 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now we've got news out of Greenville where a man accused of a triple murder is being arraigned in court today. Now 55-year-old David Lever appeared before a judge at the Pitt County Courthouse for the murders of Anthony and Paula Gribble and ECU professor Enrique Reyes. During the brief hearing, the judge met with prosecutors and the defense. The case will continue to move forward with the next hearing set for December 4th. Lever could be seen staring at attendees and mouthing something during the course of the proceedings. Pitt County Sheriff Paula Dance said they believe the 64-year-old Reyes was shot dead first in the driveway of his Forest Acres Drive home, and then Lever shot Anthony and Paula Gribble at their home on Peace Ridge Court. Warrants say that Lever confessed to the shooting of Paula and Anthony Gribble to their son, T.D. Gribble, who arrived at the scene. The warrants say that Lever was the Gribble's real estate agent when they bought their home. Now, Lever was indicted on 3 murder charges in July. He will be asked to enter a plea in court. Now, an autopsy sent to WITN recently says Paula Gribble had multiple gunshots to her head, neck, and torso. Similarly, Anthony's autopsy revealed he was shot at least 6 times in the torso alone. He also had gunshot wounds to his right hand. Reyes' autopsy shows that he was shot a dozen times, 6 times to the head and 6 times to the torso. Now I want to highlight a missing teen from Elizabeth City that again has been missing now for about 24 hours. Police say 15-year-old Zania Guy was last seen in the area of McMorrin Street on Thursday, September 4th. That was yesterday. Now, Zania is 4 feet 11 inches tall, 115 pounds, and was last seen wearing a black jacket, Crocs, and glasses. Now, if you have any information of where she could be, please contact the Elizabeth City Police Department at 252-335-4321. You can find that number there at the bottom of your screen. We also want to highlight a unfortunate accident that happened yesterday in Greenville where a collision with a box truck took the life of a couple. Now, the crash happened at around 5:55 a.m. on Highway 13 near Frog Level Road. The Highway Patrol says that 34-year-old Dustin Myatt of Snow Hill was heading south on Highway 13 in a Nissan passenger car when his car crossed into the center turn lane and collided head-on with a box truck driven by 33-year-old Benjamin Johnson of Farmville. Now, Johnson was taken to ECU Health Medical Center with non-life-threatening injuries. Myatt and his wife, 35-year-old Sterling Myatt, who was a passenger, died at the scene. Troopers say that speed, lane control, and no restraint were the contributing factors to the accident. And now we want to highlight your weather forecast. It's again been a sunny day thus far. We are going to continue to warm up because of that sunshine, but we've been sunny the past few days. You may wonder, okay, well, if we were sunny the past few days, why all of a sudden we're warming up today? Today we have the benefit of not only the sunshine to warm us up, but we're also seeing a southwesterly wind that started yesterday, started increasing not only our heat and humidity. You note yesterday we were a few degrees, probably about 3, 4, 5 degrees warmer than where we were the previous day. And coming up today, we're going to be about maybe 2, 3, 4 degrees warmer than where we were yesterday. And it also comes with higher humidity. Before we get to the humidity, though, let's take a look at where air temperatures are currently set up. Mostly in the low to mid 80s. We do still have a few areas showing up in the upper 70s at this hour. We've got 77 degrees in Roanoke Rapids as well as Oriental, 79 in Manio. The rest of eastern North Carolina right now at 80 degrees or warmer with the highest temperature on the map coming in Stumpy Point. Southeastern Dare County right now showing 86 degrees. Now we've got 84 in Williamston as well as Jacksonville, 83 in New Bern, Swanton Quarter, Washington, Goldsboro, as well as Rocky Mount. Overall, it's going to be a hotter day than yesterday, but it's also going to be a more humid day than yesterday. And that, again, will make that low 90 degree maximum high today feel a little bit more like we're in the mid to upper 90s for some inland areas because humidity is just going to continue to rise. Right now, dew points in the mid to upper 60s throughout most of eastern North Carolina. A few of us already seeing dew points in the low 70s. Whenever you get again into the low 70s, you can really feel that humidity. Arguably, you can really even feel it when you've got dew points in the 60s. So any sort of increase, you're going to notice it as you step outside coming up this afternoon, thanks to this right here, your southwesterly winds. Right now, fairly mild, about 5 to 10 miles an hour in terms of wind speeds. Of course, Williamston right now showing a 12 mile per hour sustained breeze, but later on this afternoon, I think we'll see a little bit more of the double digits in terms of wind speeds, around 10, 11, 12 miles per hour. But the direction, again, is going to stay fairly consistent, at least consistent from the sense that it will remain out of the south. The winds coming in out of the south will help, again, warm us up and bring more moisture to our air mass. Then Sunday, Sunday, here's where things start to get a little bit crazy and a little bit wild. This is encouraging for those of you who do not want any humidity in your forecast. This is a cold front that's going to be rolling through. Usually when a front rolls in, it usually changes your wind direction, but again, it can lead to a little bit of some craziness there on the models. We are anticipating that front to move over eastern North Carolina, not so much Saturday night. Now it's more looking like the very early hours of your Sunday morning. Here's Saturday morning, tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. The front in question draped across Texas, northern Louisiana, southern Arkansas, Missouri, and even, or it's not Missouri, excuse me, Mississippi, and even western Tennessee. Now, those showers are going to have a tough time fully making it into eastern North Carolina. We're not anticipating a ton of rain, but that frontal boundary, again, moving over eastern North Carolina, will provide us with a bit of a cool down that will kind of define our Sunday. We will start out with certainly cloud cover and some rain showers around the coast. We could have some afternoon showers as well, but then Sunday is our transition day where we'll go from a very humid environment to a little bit more of a fall-like pattern as we kick off next week. Now, we can't say it's fall everywhere. We still have again high humidity currently, but do want to highlight your tropical forecast because we do have an area of concern right now in the southern central Atlantic basin. This is a system we've been tracking here for the past several days. Over the next 7 days, National Hurricane Center giving it a high chance of tropical development. It's expected to move into the Caribbean, which is very good news for us. If this system were to stay just off to the north of Puerto Rico, we'd have more of an opportunity for impacts down the line. But this track, again, this overall swath, kind of pushing it into the central Caribbean as we head into next week, should do us, again, several favors in keeping this system away from eastern North Carolina. Even if it does make it into the Caribbean and then try to scoot its way a little bit further northward, say maybe passing over Haiti and maybe even at eastern Cuba, even at that point, it's going to kind of lose out on quite a bit of its strength before it can make it anywhere close to eastern North Carolina. So I don't want to say that it's not a possibility that we won't see any impacts out of that. There is a chance we will, but right now those chances are getting slimmer and slimmer with each passing day. So great news in that regard. Here's a look at your full 8-day forecast. 90 today, 92 coming up for tomorrow, and then we're back into the low 80s on Sunday thanks to the cloud cover, cold front, and rain showers that are going to be present. 72 degrees in the morning. Only rising about 9 degrees there from your coolest temperature in the morning to your warmest temperature in the afternoon, but then we'll drop back down into the low 60s Sunday night into Monday morning. That opens the door for just that fall feeling to return to eastern North Carolina. We'll have a little bit of rain possible coming up on Tuesday and even Wednesday. Thursday and Friday maintaining at least about a 20-30% chance of rain. Nothing you need to be overly concerned about. Certainly no real opportunities for severe weather. If we did have a chance, I would argue it would be possibly Saturday, but so far models again have just shown a very dry frontal passage. So rain showers out of that system may be easier to come by later on in the week versus again coming up this Saturday. So we'll see again how it all shakes out. I think areas on the eastern side of Highway 17 coming up on Sunday are going to have a much better chance of seeing a soggy day than areas on the western side of 17. So if you are watching from the coast, say mainly Dare County, Terrell County, Hyde, Pamlico, Craven, Carteret, Onslow, maybe even parts of Beaufort County, You guys, again, may end up seeing a little bit more rain than areas further off to the west, again, predominantly on Sunday. Now, that's all we have time for today's 11 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, I hope you all have a fantastic Friday.